Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic message from your spirit guides. Today we're going to be taking a look at your situation, clarity, and advice, and this reading is going to have an extended where we will take a look at who, what, when, where, why, and how, quite literally for whatever situation comes up. So please close your eyes, take a deep breath, and focus your intention to setting a pile, and use your intuition to select group number 1, group number 2, or group number 3. I do have the extended as well as more bonus readings on my Patreon, so please go check that out. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this reading helps you out, or if you just vibe with my vibe. I love you so much. Thank you again so much for being here, and namaste. Hi there, group 1. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here, and namaste. If you selected the first group, then this is your reading. You selected the Star Family card. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. So, right off the bat, Spirit is telling me that there is someone or a group of people that are coming into your life that you might be picking up on energetically. Now, this could happen through dreams, memories that maybe don't quite fit your physical body, either from a past life, from the dream or astral realm, or even from the future. Now, this indicates that you could be feeling like there's something coming or someone coming into your life and you can't quite put your finger on it, but for some reason you feel called to make a lot of moves or changes in your life that will align you with this energy. You are being guided by the universe in order to align with a group of souls or a particular soul that is going to come into your life for a reason, not a season. Now, I'm looking at this card here, and it really is reminding me of a nebula. So that could be significant for you, or studying astronomy or astrology could be significant. You could resonate with the term starseed, or you could just be a very old soul. And this is an indication that you will feel at home with whatever this energy is that's coming into your life. Now, this is something that does not match you normally in your everyday life, but something is coming in to let you know that you are not alone and that this energy is already with you, whether you recognize it or not. So if you're feeling spurts of new energy, random happiness, you're getting random signs and synchronicities from songs, and it maybe doesn't feel exactly like a spirit guide, this is this energy coming in ahead of time, letting you know that they are on its way. Now, call in support. If you've been having an emotional roller coaster of a time lately, or a extra strong spiritual awakening, or something in some way, shape, or form, an energy that's been a bit difficult to manage, go ahead and ask for help. This soul or this group of souls want to be there to help you in a way that only they know how to quite do. There's an energy of knowing you better than anyone else because they've walked the road you've walked. Also, if you have been experiencing a roller coaster, or you've been upset lately and you just feel like you're getting a hug, or your inner child is getting a hug, or something like this is also a sign that this energy is already here with you. Wherever this group of souls is at this point in time, wherever this energy is, they are already aware of you in the physical plane, and they are trying to send you love, not with the intention of aligning with you and having you align with this energy, but with the intention merely of sending you love. And you could be getting little signs and synchronicities of receiving love throughout the day. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start with the Light Seers Tarot, the classic, the OG, and we're going to take a deeper look into your situation. I'm hearing, this is going to indicate what's going on in the 3D. My Follow Your Heart Oracle is going to indicate what's going on in the Spirit, mental and emotional realms, and spiritual realms. So this will be 3D, and then the Follow Your Heart Oracle will be 5D. And we'll see what's going on here. Okay, I'm hearing to set the cards up like this. Pardon me as I follow my intuition. Spirit is particular about this reading. They want things to come out correctly. And look at all of these beautiful cards you got. Holy moly. So Page of Wands. There's absolutely a card of a recent spiritual awakening going up here. You might be coming out of Dark Night of the Soul, or leaving a situation behind that no longer served you. With 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this definitely indicates that you have been going through something lately, and you've recently just let it go. There is a beautiful opportunity, and you've been putting a lot of energy into your own self-love practices at this time, but it does seem like you've been traversing a desert in some area of your life that has brought, it's kind of forced you into some inner child healing. Now, to look at these tarot cards that came out for you, you have Page of Wands, King of Cups, and the Temperance card. So just right off the bat, there's definitely an indication of you recognizing your spiritual power. Now, on top of this, they want me to pay attention to this circle here. You are very aware that you are co-creating your destiny, and that there are areas that there are things you have been manifesting, and there are also areas that are left unseen to you. Now, if your manifestations haven't been coming in precisely the way that you've been asking them to, this is an indication that there's something better on the way. And Spirit wants me to let you know that you are such a powerful manifester that the only reason that you are not receiving what it is you've asked at this point in time is because you do not have all the information to make a practical or fully informed decision. That was the word they wanted me to use. Now, okay. If you are feeling spurts of creativity, spurts of sensuality, spurts of spiritual awakening, it is coming from this energy that's coming into your life in the future. Now, since time-space is in the 4th dimension and relativity, it's all happening on top of each other all at the same time. This energy is actually able to tap into you right now because it's happening in the future and coming towards you at an exponential rate, which is saying that right now, you're already picking up on it because it's already simultaneously happening in your timeline. It is just, you're experiencing the blueprint, you're experiencing the imprint, thank you, Spirit, imprint of it in the 3D realm, although it's already happening in the 5D. Now, things are grounding, and this has been happening for a while. You've recently been putting in some heart healing for your heart center. You've been doing a great job at taking note of your emotions, using these emotions as data and communicating them effectively. This has been an important lesson for you, as well as patience. Patience is coming out very strongly with this Temperance card here. A lot of Sagittarius energy too, so there could be some travel coming up in your future, or you could be feeling called to just get up and move in some way, shape, or form. Now, 14 does indicate angelic guidance, as well as a feeling of feeling home. So, there's definitely a new beginning with this page here, and Wands is a pretty quick energy, but it's quick and spiritually attuned. So the vibration needs to be just right, and you needed to be confident in your ability to speak your emotions and still stay grounded, but also patient at the same time. This is very much a let go and let God energy. And yes, they want me to pay attention to the fish here, which is reminding me of Piscean energy. Pisces is very creative. It is they want me to say loyal, and it's also very intuitive. Now, that's all. Okay, thank you. So, calling attention to the Queen of Cups, 4 of Wands, and the Hierophant. Absolutely gorgeous energy here. So, Queen of Cups with the King of Cups. Oh, I just noticed this. This is indicating that this energy is perfectly aligned with you. However, I noticed that they didn't fall right on top of each other, but they are kind of juxtaposed here. So, this is saying that this energy is a lot closer than you think, which is why you now are experiencing this connection in the 3D coming through the 5D, because these energies are so aligned that they are basically intertwining, especially with this 4 of Wands. It's a card of celebration. It's a card of union. It's a card of celebration, union, and really just being happy with your life. And here is another circle. Oh, there's another circle. A lot of circles here. And I'll notice that there's a larger one, a medium one, and a small one. So I would recommend you look into the sacred geometry of the Fibonacci spiral. Yes, this is an indication of like hemicycles. You can look at your hemicycles in astrology, as well as just the cyclical pattern of karma. So you'll notice that the first time you go around, the circle will be a bit big, and you'll see the blueprint here. And as you learn the lessons, the circle will get smaller, and you'll rewalk the same energies. And then as you learn more lessons, the circle will get smaller, and it's just it's winding until it hits a singular axis point, and that's what's happening here. Now, there are 2 circles that have been aligning to each other, and as they get smaller, they meet in the middle. Now, this is very similar to the DNA strands. It would just be a different perspective of it. So, King and Queen of Cups indicates that you have balanced your masculine and feminine energies, particularly in your heart space. You are now ready to equally give and receive the level of vibration that this energy, group of souls, or soul has to offer you in the future. 4 is indicating that it's already right in front of your face in some way, shape, or form. 414 is indicating that there's mirroring energy going on. However, again, it is not going to be precisely the same because one is happening primarily in the 5D while the other is happening primarily in the 3D. They want me to make this apparent to you because there might be different levels of awareness at this time. One is happening primarily through a crown awakening, and the other is happening primarily through a heart awakening. Now, the Hierophant, number 5, this indicates tradition, it indicates commitment, it also indicates a very, very intuitive spiritual energy. The Hierophant indicates a thought leader, it indicates a spiritualist, it indicates somebody who knows their practice and sticks to it. So this is definitely an energy of practicing what you preach. This will be very, very important at this time in order to help you remain aligned with the energy or energies that are coming into your life. Now, they want me to re-emphasize Star family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. If you've been feeling alone at this time, it's so that you will, more greatly appreciate this energy when it comes in. Now, you have not been alone, and I feel like you might have been picking up on this energetically. However, I feel the need to randomly rearrange the cards, and they want me to show you, the mirrored energy of this. I'm hearing switch the first and the last ones. Okay. So, this is interesting. I haven't been called to do this before, not on one of these. So, there's an energy that is balancing feminine and masculine energy, and I noticed that they're both wearing red shirts. Red hair could be significant, as well as I don't know, I'm kind of seeing a wolf through his kind of like white gray hair up here. And there's 2 more fish indicating Pisces energy, and this kind of looks like a little Amazonite she's wearing on her neck. So anxiety in the situation has now left, whatever this is, and they're both kind of wearing their little water crowns here. So okay, there is some kind of commitment from this team of souls, but it will be required of you in return. And a lot of alignment has been going on, but it's needed to happen behind the scenes so that you do not get distracted and lose your sense of faith and patience in the universe. You almost needed to let go of this energy or the hope or wish for this energy in order for it to come into your life. This is very much typical manifestation when you are taking action. Again with the spiral, right? When you're taking action towards something and it doesn't show up, you need to release and let go, and it will magnetize towards you if it's meant to be. Now, if you are in your passive energy, in your feminine energy, trying to manifest something and it is not magnetizing towards you, then you need to take action towards it. It's very much a push-pull energy that's going on here. However, this has been balanced in the heart center, which does rule giving and receiving. So there is a lot of unconditional love in this situation, and you're very, very loved. I got goosebumps when I said that, so emphasis on the loved part here. Number 5, there are changes that are coming, and your inner child is so giggly and happy. You're being called at this time to look at specific memories from your childhood that maybe didn't stand out, don't fit in with the regular blueprint of your life, or random things that you felt called to as a child, songs, movies, perhaps energies, animals, that activities even, that maybe you didn't carry forward, so on and so forth. Or maybe they were there because your soul enjoyed them or your soul resonated with them and your physical body didn't have a reason to. I'm seeing somebody creating art I'm seeing someone creating art out of experiences that they didn't seemingly have in the 3D. So if that resonates with you, go ahead and take it, or take a second look at this and see if there's anything there for you. Reapproach these energies and see what they're trying to tell you. I'm hearing there are little hints that have been scattered throughout your life. I'm seeing 8888, 4 8s, which is wow, a big number of abundance, and a loop. Oh wow, a loop that never ends. And I'm hearing high school never ends by Bowling for Soup. I don't know if that's relevant, but so you have Page of Wands, 4 of Wands, and Temperance here. So the other side of this energy is letting you know that I'm hearing they're sorry you had to wait this long, but from the future you will be grateful that you only had to wait this long. The celebratory energy is coming towards you, and it will be really worth it, since it's coming towards you in King of Cups energy. It will be balanced. It will come towards you, and it will stay. It will have an open heart. Now, Queen of Cups with the Page of Wands indicates that there is... Oh, okay. Yes. There is not another spiritual lesson you need to know in order to align with this. It is primarily your faith that you're working on. So tune into that crown chakra and try to detach from things around you. Follow your intuition at this time. If there are random moves you're being called to make, know that you're picking up on your future self's energy, and that you will be grateful for yourself for taking these moves now, because it will give you a boost forward in the future, even though you may not see what's coming. So, Team of Souls, call in support. So, if you need to ask for help in any area of life, you're being called to do so. Do not be too proud to ask for help, because if you are aligning with an energy in your life, I'm seeing 0000, know that future you is not too proud to ask for help, and you will be grateful that you did. That is another message I'm getting for you, as well as, again, Team of Souls. So you're not alone working through this energy, whatever this is, and know that I'm hearing, what does the end of the glory be? Is now and ever shall be. World without end. Okay. I'm hearing that's all for the tarot. Yeah, this soul family that's coming in for you really, really resonates with you. And I'm hearing you're on their radar. They know your face, they know your name, they know you exist. The only reason that they're not in your physical life right now is because you are both making changes in the 3D in which to align with each other. Now, this could come manifest as a job offer, a love opportunity, a new friendship, something like this. Ooh, look at all these green cards you got. Okay. So what's going on in the 5D here? You have befriend your ego. Oh, Byosin, blockage, and subtle vibration. Okay, so Byosin is a Reiki term that indicates when you physically scan your body, your energy field, for either blockage or dis-ease in your energy field in your body. Now, please be a little extra aware of this. Also, befriend your ego with the heart-colored card coming out. Yeah, so you've been picking up on some of this energy coming in, and don't be afraid to show your darkness. Okay, if you've been asked to step into your darker energy at this time, know that it's one, yes, so that you can transmute it, but it's so that you can befriend it. And I'm hearing very particularly to tell you that your darkness is your friend. There are parts of your darkness that are not dark, because everything is relative. So things that you might have perceived about yourself as being bad, know that some of this is not the case, and that you are actually this energy has been imprinted into your being for a particular reason. And this could be a blockage. It's a subtle vibration. There's a part of you that has been trying to get set free. So if there's a situation in your life that's been causing you to communicate things in your heart in a way that normally you wouldn't, or normally you would want to perceive as bad, I'm hearing release your inhibitions, unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield, bop, but separately from the bop. If there's a situation in your life where you've been feeling called to release your inhibitions in some way, shape, or form, know that it's because it will help you out when this energy comes into your life. Now, this could have to do with, I'm seeing this Page of Wands here, and show me, please. Oh, Four of Wands. Okay, this could have to do with going out, with partying, with sex, with something, with art, even with the way that you communicate, the words that you use. Maybe, well, I don't want to guess, but there's an energy that you have stamped as bad and have been trying to clear out of your energy. Therefore, it's magnetizing towards you because it's trying to get you to realize that it is not bad. This is a social conditioning. And subtle vibration is indicating that you can take it slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. But at the same time, it's actually beneficial for you to notice the fact that I'm hearing Good Vibrations by Beach Boys in my head. And Mike Love for some reason specifically. So, yeah, try to reapproach this energy through love and see what imprints from your inner child are in here that might have caused you to believe this way, and try to work on this energy. Things do not go away, but the energy of them can be transmuted. You can always see something from a different perspective. And if this relates to something difficult or traumatic that has happened in your life, know that that energy is in the past. It does not need to exist in the present, and you do not need to carry it forward. Now, know that everybody has their own process, everybody has their own drama, everything is difficult for different reasons, but do not just cut this energy out and call it bad. Call it an energy bump, an energy blockage, something that needs to get cleared out, and then do the work, right? You can do Reiki. You can approach it through exercise. You can approach it through meditation, through changing your diet. You can approach it by drinking more water, by speaking affirmations. You can approach it by energy work. Mind, body, spirit. There are many, many different ways you can approach energies, especially the more difficult ones. Sometimes I'm hearing repressed memories that have maybe come to surface. So if that has been the case for you, again, know that if something is difficult to look at in the face, it's okay. Just like acne, things need to come up before they can come out. But at the same time, know that there are many different ways to approach it. For example, you can work on this from an energetic vibrational level before you get around to it. Looking at it in the face and then talking about it to your therapist or your family or something like this. You can always make it easier for yourself to distribute this energy or heal this energy, and there are so many different ways you can do it. We hold the imprint in our physical bodies, so by stretching, by massage, by acupuncture, by practicing qigong, for example, these things can you can process these things slowly but surely. And again, if it hurts you in the mind, approach it from the emotions. If it hurts you in the emotions, approach it from the spirit. If it hurts you in the spirit, approach it in the body. Things like this. Okay, there are several different ways to go about it, and you've been doing the work. I'm giving you recognition and acknowledgement right now. I see that you've been doing the work. But there is something, I'm seeing Illy, I love you in the Star Family card. Okay, you are loved. You are so, so, so loved. And the energy that wants to come through in the future, they or them are telling you they love you so much, and they have been through everything that you've been through with you. They were holding your hand during it, and I'm hearing footsteps in the sand, that little poem where you think you're alone. You think you're alone during the hardest times, but you're not. You are really getting carried through it. And if that's when you feel the most alone, it's because you are a warrior, and it's okay. You are always meant to go through something difficult so that you could heal something, so that you could heal through it, so that you can feel as much happiness as you felt pain. But sometimes it's hard to find that other side. It's hard to find the light at the end of the tunnel. But if you keep on walking, it will be there every single time. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm hearing. And tar is standing out. Okay, so there's something that's really sticky, and that can be a manifestation of Byosin as well too. I do have a blog post on that if you want to go check it out, learn a little bit more. I'm going to move on from this topic. They want me to pull these two. You have Through the Looking Glass and Not an Accident Synchronicity. So actually Alice in Wonderland can be significant. There could be significance for you there if you want to watch the movie, see if there's any messages for you, or actually read the book perhaps. Not an Accident Synchronicity. Yeah, so the order in which you've been healing yourself, the order in which your life has occurred, has not been for an accident. And there are things, again, that you've been trying to manifest that have not been coming through in the way that you have liked or in the timeline you've expected. Now, this doesn't have to do necessarily with you need to be more patient, you need to be more of this, you need to align more. No. They want me to let you know specifically that things need to happen in a particular order. If you are at step, I don't want to say you're at step A because you definitely seem more spiritually advanced than this, but for hypothetical purposes, say you're at step A and you're trying to manifest C. Now, if you don't know that there's a step B, you will not be able to get to step C. Well, you will. It will come towards you, but B needs to manifest first. And unfortunately, this B, Byosin blockage, also 2, you could be seeing 2-2, 2-2-2-2-2, and February 2nd could be significant as well. Now, this is not an accident. With Befriend Your Ego, and this coming out in the yellow card with a little bit of like murky color over it, is saying that you needed to feel worthy of what's coming in, but you needed to also see things from a bigger perspective. Magnifying glasses could be significant, or just really zooming in and zooming out on these situations. Really looking at on a very, very zoomed in scale. How do you feel? How does this make you feel? What do you want? What words are you using? And then zooming out. How does this match your soul's blueprint? Does this go with another life? Is this really from your inner child? Is it from before this? Is there something about your energy that you like or you don't like, or you've been taught not to like, or is there something that you've been running away from, a particular truth, especially with this card being blue? Now, subtle vibration. There will be something. There will be something here, and you will know. There will be one energy that resonates with one energy of your life, and perhaps this will be a puzzle piece that you have not been able to fit with another puzzle piece, for example. And so this is the exact puzzle piece that's coming in for you. But you need to take a look at this from a different perspective. Whatever this is that's been a little bit of a hiccup for you in your life, you will have seen this time and time again. You will have worked on healing this time and time again. You could already feel like you are healed from this, and this might be true, but something about your inner child is trying to tell you something about it. There is a message still here for you, and it has to do with it not being an accident. It's a synchronicity. So when you're able to see it as a synchronicity, glass, okay, fragile. This is something fragile. It could be a sensitive topic for you. It could make you feel like you want to break sometimes. It could cause you to look at things through a different perspective. But know that nothing happens on accident. I'm seeing dent, like teeth. Teeth could be significant. I don't know. Sin. Okay, there's something that maybe you perceive as a sin because of whatever has gone on in the past. I'm not going to dive too deep into that because you know what you've been through. I'm not going to sit here and guess. And I can tell that it's difficult and it's a touchy subject, and that is okay. But notice how much of a touchy subject it's not as it used to be. And all of the hard work that you've done. Be proud of yourself. Whatever energies this causes you to stay away from, to shy away from, you are being called to reapproach that energy that you feel called to run away from and open it back up. I'm hearing there are 2 chakras that you need to take a look at. And you've been sending all this energy to your heart, but I think this has to do with your throat and your solar plexus. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to pull some more starseed for your advice, and then we'll finish up the reading here. I am going to do an extended on this one, so if you want more information about what's coming into your life, how it's coming into your life, and what signs to look out for, go ahead and check out my Patreon. I will have it up there. I also do a lot of extra readings up there. Please align this energy of the deck with the advice for group 1. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Spirit. They want me to be very precise. Okay. They want me to take, yes, these 2. And that's, 3 came out. Okay. Star ancestors. Oh my goodness. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Take a look a little deeper. You're being called to look into ancient Egypt at this time. I'm hearing Egyptian astrology or Sumerian astrology. This can help you with this wound. Also take a look at your past lives. There is something very, very significant about the Philosopher's Stone and ancient Egypt for you, and it will have to relate with this energy. Maybe you've worked with this before in a past life, or there are energies here that have worked with this before and they are trying to help you through it. You'll know your own path, so I'm going to leave this as a little bit more general than I usually would, but hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Now, you're being called to pick up a book and read something about ancient Egypt. This will give you signs and synchronicities. Also, what you need to know, your intuition will guide you towards. You can open up to a random page. You can literally just sniff it out using your intuition. But your answers are within you. They're not going to be where you think they're going to be. But this will be your stepping stone to hop from B to C, right? You have I remember. Soul plan, fated life versus destiny life. Okay. As you're manifesting, you are a co-creator of the universe. Your manifestations are going to come in, and they're going to come in strongly, but there might be some things that you manifested through a bit of this blockage you didn't realize you were still holding on to a little bit. I say blockage hesitantly because it doesn't really seem like a blocked energy here. It just kind of seems like a little bit of a hiccup, okay? There are things that are meant for you, and I'm kind of seeing the Oracle of Delphi here in the soul plan, so they could be significant for you as well, or you could just be scrying over water. Drink a little more water at this time, and spending some time near water can help you do some past life regression, which I believe could be very helpful for you at this time, particularly with the Egypt. I'm getting that there's some kind of past life memory that will hold a door to just an entire labyrinth of information for you that will be very, very helpful And with Star Brothers coming out with Star Family, absolutely, you are protected. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. I'm hearing if you have an eye of Horus or an eye of Ra at this time, Horus. If you have an eye of Horus, wear it. Please wear it. Owls could be significant. Aquarian energy could be significant. Humanitarian energy could be significant. Know that you and your loved ones are safe. You are protected. There's an energy that is loyal to you. It always has been and always will be. If this has to do with trust, if this has to do with safety. Okay, I'm hearing ding, ding, ding. These could be significant things to take a look at. How do you feel around the energy of trust? How do you feel around the energy of safety in particular? Take a look at that root chakra, but not just the color red, not just comfortability and financial stability, right? Do you feel safe? Do you feel safe on this earth? Do you feel safe around men, around women, around religious people, around witchcraft, around crystals, whatever this is? Where do you not feel safe? Because this energy is loyal to you and they want to prove themselves as loyal to you. But if you immediately write it off, it will be more difficult for it to come into your life. This will go back to a past life and you will see imprints of this in your life. So there is a memory that you still will need to unlock or reapproach from a different angle that does not have to do with this physical life. You could feel unsafe. Perhaps you're a little bit unsure about past life regression. I'm not telling you to go to a hypnotherapist, which could be, it could be helpful to do something like this, but your answers are within you. So you can trust yourself, right? You know that yourself has yourself. So if you do a past life regression and you are the only one that is involved in this, sit in a salt bath, go to the ocean, drink some water, do a deep meditation. You are protected. This energy is loyal to you. There's something that has always belonged to you. I'm hearing it's your birthright. It is rightfully yours. And that's where this opportunity or this group of people or this person comes in. Something that is rightfully yours is on your doorstep, but you will need to recognize it as safe and as trustworthy and as loyal in order for it to feel comfortable coming towards you. Because there could be something, there could be an imprint of this energy that is a bit timid due to maybe, I'm hearing a past betrayal or some kind of energy in the past that just didn't, it was probably quite triggering in some way, shape, or form. Triggering of an old wound, or maybe you opened up your heart or yourself in some way, shape, or form and you're thinking, I knew better than to do that. Well, you didn't. This was happening for a reason. You felt called to trust because it was trustworthy. You felt called to identify this as safe because it was. Know that you are protected. Again, if you have an evil eye, you have an eye of Horus, or you have other protective omens. I mean, particularly sigils at this time will be very, very helpful for you. So I'm going to leave your reading here, and I'm going to go into the extended. I'm going to take a more specific look at what or who this is that's coming into your life, and I'm going to see how it's coming into your life, what to expect, what signs are going to happen along the way, and I'm going to just really dive a little more deeper, and I'm going to ask the who, what, when, where, whys, and hows. So I really hope that this shed love, light, and clarity on your situation, Group 1. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. If you made it this far in the reading, please drop an evil eye emoji in the comments, and I love you so much. Namaste. Hey there, Group 2. Thank you so much for being here. If you selected the Surrender to the Sweetness card, then this reading is for you. So this is Venus energy, pleasure, joy, and make love to life. This is such a beautiful energy to come out. So the first thing I wanted to call attention to with this card is, wow, really just everything. Holy moly. This is a beautiful oasis, and it seems like you are starting to do what makes you happy a little bit more. And you might not exactly know the way that things are going to turn out, but that's okay for once you like that. With pleasure, joy, make love to the life. This is really indicating matters of the sacral chakra. So you could be painting, playing music, recording content, whatever it is that really makes you happy, what's making you enjoy being here on this earth. You're following your Venus energy. Venus does also have to do with, Taurus, but primarily Libra also. And this does have to do a lot with your morals, your values, and not letting things in your life that don't align with that. But first and foremost, that's your happiness. Your prioritizing your happiness, your well-being, and all of that is sweet, that brings you pleasure and joy, and getting rid of things that aren't serving you in that kind of way. And yeah, there's no reason to do anything that is restrictive or doesn't make you just genuinely feel good and happy. And you could find yourself maybe I feel called to use the word dilly-dallying a little bit more, just taking your time, stopping and smelling the roses, and maybe just doing things because you like to do it, not because it's going to be productive or because it will be lucrative or you feel like you should. You're really just giving yourself permission to live your life the way that you want to, because you want to, and that's all the reason you ever need to do anything. I absolutely love this energy for you, group 2. So I'm gonna get into your tarot here. Ace of Wands, Four of Cups reversed. So there are opportunities coming your way that, well, I think you're making them, but may not realize it. And at the same time, there are some that are going to be coming your way, and you might be picking up on them intuitively first. But only if it makes you happy will you say yes. Eight of Wands, you've been waiting for... Okay. You've been waiting on something for a while, and it's something that you feel like, well, is this a particular energy? I don't know if it's even a particular thing that you've been waiting on. You've just been waiting for happiness. You've been waiting for permission to be happy, or waiting for something to show up in your life that will just spark that intuition, spark that passion, that joy, that love, that creativity, and you are moving towards it. Now we have 8 and 3, which is an 11, which indicates that you're learning yourself more. And the more that you learn yourself, the more you're giving yourself permission to say, wow, well, maybe I really do like that. Maybe that really does make me happy. And you're moving full speed ahead. 8 of Wands does also indicate, yes, quick movement, divine inspiration, as well as traveling. So, and 9 is actually the number of travel, but 8 of Wands as the card does indicate travel too. So that's coming out in a big emphasis here. So maybe that's something that you really want to do, and you're really just saying, go for it. And she's standing like on a cliff or at the shoreline, whatever, and she's getting ready to move across the sea. So yeah, absolutely. You have had your inspiration sparked once, twice, 8 times, and you're realizing that, well, you've been trying to build a solid foundation for yourself, but for what? Why have you been trying to build this foundation when it wasn't what was making you happy? And maybe you're still working on this, but you realize you don't want to be alone forever. You don't want to keep doing what you're doing forever because it's just not sparking that joy, not the energy that you were using it in before. And you're learning that the more that you learn yourself, the more that you give yourself permission to, be happy alone and tap into your intuition and your ancestors and do what you're supposed to do. Maybe you're doing herbal healing and you're chakra balancing, making that money, whatever this is. But 9 of Pentacles was in reverse. You've closed out this cycle, but you weren't happy doing this, and you learned this, unfortunately, the hard work way, but now you're starting to speak into your truth. There's definitely an energy of popping your bubble, but in the best way possible. You're cutting people, places, and things out of your life. It's like you woke up one day and everything was different. Queen of Swords speaks her truth, whether or not it's nice to somebody else. And with the sweetness, I have a feeling that you are a very, very sweet person. You could have a habit of being a people pleaser, group 2. But now you're surrendering to the sweetness of life. You're surrendering not just to the divine and forces outside of you and your job and what you feel like you're supposed to do, showing up every day. No, you are doing what's pleasureful, what's joyful. You are making love to life. And maybe you're even exploring your sensuality in that way as well. That can be very literal. With Queen of Swords, your truth is all that really matters in this life, because when you close your eyes, what else is there? Is there your home or lack thereof? Is there your happiness? Well, there is their happiness or lack thereof. That's the point. There's only your truth, and that's it. So when you work on your internal truth and you bring it to light, then you have the ability to permeate it and create the life around you that you like. And maybe you look at things, little things in your home, and you go, well, that doesn't spark me with joy. Like, I think her name's Marie Kondo, and she has you go through all of your things in order to make space, organize your home, and say, does this spark joy? Does this really spark joy? If it doesn't, let it go. Only if it just sparks you with divine inspiration should you keep it around. And you're in this energy of, can I say this on YouTube? You're in this energy of fuck 'em, who needs 'em. It's so beautiful to see. You're finally doing... You're working on something alone, I can see this, but you're being a bit advantageous. And I'm noticing here that there are 2 people in this card. It's like, they're not in different places. She is more elevated, but they're looking at each other. They're aware of each other. So it could be that you, Maybe that's just the message that you needed to hear. You are being seen. And the fact that you are just saying screw it to everything and to everything around you, like, and societal expectations primarily, you're just moving full steam ahead towards what it is that you really want and desire. And there's an energy that is seeing this, and it wanted to come through in your reading. I don't know why. I'm going to go ahead and push it back out a little bit because but it does really want to come through. It wants you. There's an energy that really wants you to know that you're being seen, and that's not from your spirit guides. So I'm going to tap back into your spirit guides, please. Spirit guides of group number 2. Okay, don't take those. Oh, okay. So you were looking at, first I want to call attention. You were looking towards something that wasn't going the way that you wanted it to. You were just putting so much energy in here, and here's all these cards. But instead, as I flipped that over, these came out, and look what it was right on top of the Magician and 7 of Pentacles. So let's see what's sandwiched in between. Okay, so you're really just going for it, and you're not really holding anything back anymore. You have learned all that you needed to learn. You've done all the hard work here, and it's at the time where you can really just have faith in yourself, in your life, and what's going on. 3 of Cups and 7 of Pentacles wanted to come out as well, but we'll get to this in a second. Well, no, okay. There's a community, some kind of community you're either building or you're moving towards, and you have created a foundation for this, but it needed a little more love and attention. It needed more nutrients, more. It needed to be. How do I say this? More authenticity and more love needed to be put into this. Now, not more work, but cleaner, more purified, happier energy needed to be put into this, and you are calling in some kind of community here. This can be family, friends, a new work environment, whatever this is. But by choosing to leave the old behind, I'm going to put this here. No, where do you want to be? You want to be here, and you want to be here. Okay. This card would like to be here. Okay. Yeah, leaving it behind. So you're leaving behind likely old friends, maybe some family members, maybe an old job. You're leaving an energy behind that no longer served you, and you have been working against this force. And I think that it was because you were being told, oh no, just hold on to everything. Hoard the money that you have. Hoard the job that you have. Just clench really, really tight onto this energy that doesn't even make you happy, because if you manifest on top of somebody else's idea, you're going to keep hitting a brick wall, and that's what continued to happen to you until it just popped off. And this 10 of Swords, this is it's kind of reminiscent of the 10 of Wands, and the fact that this indicates that there is a big burden and you're just moving up against the brick wall. But what happens in the 10 of Swords is finally she stands up and she walks towards the light, and she's supported by fate, by destiny. She knows what her destiny holds for her, and she walks towards it because she's unafraid. She's now no longer afraid to surrender to the sweetness of life, to make love to life. And you're not waiting for anything or anyone. You are just deciding, I'm just going to wake up and do this today. And you are. And you're no longer... I want to get this card out of the spread. You are no longer holding on to energies that you've been told to hoard, because it doesn't serve you. And you realize that the people that were surrounding you were not... they didn't have your best interest at heart, and they didn't have faith in what you wanted to do anyway. It's like if you, for example... I don't really like guessing situations in tarot readings, so I'm just going to say A and B. You really, really, really want to do option A, and you're doing option B instead because somebody else tells you, no, this is more tactical, this is smarter, this is what I want you to do, this is what I would do. They're trying to control you. And by not making yourself happy, maybe you do end up doing option A and option B, but it needs to be your own decision to do that. There's definitely, with 4 of Pentacles here in reverse, there's an energy of somebody else utilizing your resources for you, trying to control you. And I just feel this like gripping in my jaw, like on my lower jaw, like trying to thwart your voice, trying to thwart your money, trying to use your material abundance and your voice and your message in order for them to gain something from it, in order to control you, so that they can say they had so they can say that they helped you get where you were going, but you weren't going to go there as long as they were controlling you, because you weren't happy and you weren't doing what you knew you needed to do. You weren't using your own energy for what it is you want to do. Oh, I'm smelling something. I'm smelling like cotton candy. Holy moly. Okay. Oh, and look at all this. This kind of looks like cotton candy up here too. So Literally, that could be significant, or it could just be like someone telling you, oh, you cannot eat sugar, it's very bad for you, but you're at a carnival and you're at a festival and you paid money to be in here and you just want to experience and have fun and enjoy it, but you can't because there's somebody staring at you and they're like, you're not allowed to eat sugar, you need to get your steps in, you're not allowed to go on any of the rides, and you're just sitting here looking at all of this abundant, beautiful opportunity in front of you, afraid to take it. And so you said fuck 'em, who needs them? Group 2. And you're just making yourself happy because that doesn't align with your morals, your values, your virtues. There are all these lotus blossoms coming out. They're floating on this water. And the more that you follow your intuition and your emotions, you're definitely being called to follow your emotions here. What it is that you're waking up to is the fact that, yeah, you can do anything. You can do everything. And what is the point of even doing anything at all whatsoever if it's not making you happy, if it's not fulfilling you? Oh my goodness gracious. 8 of Wands. Moving quickly. Maybe literally, you could literally be moving, but whatever this is, you're moving towards people, places, and things that resonate with you. And there might really only be 1 or 2 energies that are coming along with you for the ride, because you've been alone for so long. You've been trying to build this alone for so long, and this was never something you were supposed to do alone. And I think you always knew that too, but you were so scared of letting go of this energy for whatever reason. But eventually you had to learn, you learned better. And every single time you went back to the drawing board, or every time you sat down and meditated, every time you're like, what makes you happy? It ended up saying faith over fear. You have to be yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to love your life. You have to go for it. Otherwise, what are you doing? And I'm hearing that quote. So I'm hearing, it's the modern baseball song. It's How Do I Tell a Girl I Want to Kiss Her? And at the end, they have this montage of all of these famous movie lines where it's like, what is it from, what's that really old movie? And they're like, what, you want the moon, honey? I'll go lasso it for you. And then Harry Met Sally. It's like, when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with someone, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. And just all of these beautiful energies of like, just love, like, fuck it, I'm going for it. And you're pouring this energy into yourself. And because of this, you're standing up. It's like I'm seeing somebody, particularly with that 10 of Swords that wanted to come out, it's like you're standing up after fighting like the longest battle of your life, and that you didn't even realize you were fighting until you put your weapons down, because you just thought, this is just the way that life is, this is just the way that things are for me, and that's not even true. And while you were fighting against this, you were building all of these roots, and soon you're going to have a huge harvest that you didn't even see coming because you were too busy working your butt off and doing what other people wanted you to do, but you are still going for your dreams. So now that you've released this energy, as soon as you release it and you make that move, you're not holding on to anything anymore. You're not holding back anymore. You're continuing to just be yourself, and there will be a beautiful, abundant harvest there for you as soon, right before you take that leap of faith. It's like you're going to get the resources and then some that you need to take this leap of faith you didn't know how you were going to make. And finally, when you decide to do it, it's going to just show up abundantly, along with support from others, support from the divine. This is such an amazing, beautiful reading. Holy moly. There was something else that wanted to come out here. Okay, so when I was mentioning that modern baseball song, Bop, if you don't listen to modern baseball, please start. It's so good. There's also another song that was coming to my mind by Hobo Johnson. So there could be messages for you in there too. It's called Mover Awayer. And it's, you made my Mondays feel like Fridays. Friday, which is the day of Venus, you made the Ruby Tuesdays taste like Benihana's. So I think that you were really providing this energy that you owe yourself to everyone else. Oh, and that's also part of the theme of that other modern baseball song that I mentioned too. Wow, you really have really been through it, and I don't think anybody even knows. And maybe there's one or two energies that are like, have maybe like the tip of the iceberg of what it is you've really been through in life. And with this, they know that they don't even know. They can just tell because you let them in, and that's not something it seems like you do because you're so busy giving. You're so busy pleasing people around you who would never do that to you, just so busy giving to takers instead of receiving yourself. And so all of these takers, these controllers are, check out Control It by Kino Tarot. Yes, I love it. Okay. Anyway, but you're so busy, like, just thwarting you know what? No. You've been putting the energy in towards yourself, but it's like you've been putting your energy into yourself last. You've been giving, and then you're eating breadcrumbs. It's like you bake. You spend an hour making a loaf of bread, letting the dough rise, making everything, stirring it, kneading it so that it turns out just nicely, putting it in the fridge, letting it rise, and spending an hour and a half letting it bake in the oven. And then you're giving a loaf of bread away after you put all these hours into it, and then you're just eating the little crumb that fell off at the end. But instead, now you're moving into this energy of, yeah, you're taking those hours and you're creating something. You're making your bed, you're baking your bread still. I'm hearing now you get to lay in it. But what you're making is beautiful. It's like now you get to eat the loaf. And if you have anything left over after you are filled, then you're using it for humanitarian purposes. Then you're sharing it. This is so beautiful. I just want to cry for you. It's like the hardest part is finally over, and you're just moving into this beautiful, healed, abundant energy, and you know how to work your ass off because you've been doing it for everybody else, and you've been receiving breadcrumbs, and you've been so resourceful here with the Four of Pentacles. You've been so resourceful here. And it's like, you know how to take nothing and turn it into something. And then every time you've gotten something, you've been giving it away and just putting a crumb in the ground. And here's a crumb here, and a crumb here, and a crumb here, and a crumb here. And you didn't even realize all this entire time you were being watched. You were being watched. And your guides, everyone, they were sending you energy, sending you love, saying, wow, I hope she gets it. I hope they get it. I hope he gets it. Whoever is watching this. Like, I hope I get it. Is that a chorus line, I believe? And you have so much support around you. Authentic support, but you never got to see it. You never got to see it. Wow. Now you're starting to actually realize this. You're looking around and you're seeing potential, you're seeing abundance, you're seeing what wants to come for you, and you're realizing how much you really do have to offer, how much you've learned, how much time and work and effort you've put into everything. And her chair is really standing out to me. Like, I'm almost seeing like a producer's chair or like a cast chair or something. I think somebody has you in mind for a particular opportunity and you don't know about it yet. Oh, I guess maybe I just spilled the beans, but somebody has you in mind for something and you would be just absolutely perfect for it. And they've just been watching you just try over and crinkle it up and try over again and try again. And I think in some way they saw your oppression, even though it was really only the tip of the iceberg. But for some reason, they saw through that and they could tell. They see the hard work and they see what you do. And because of that, they knew that you wouldn't be alone for long. You wouldn't be working on this alone for long. And that's why so many of these energies, these taker energies, they could see this potential in you. They could see that you're a magician and that you know your stuff and that you will take that leap of faith and you will speak your truth regardless of what anyone or anything thinks, because at the end of the day, what you think and what you feel is all that matters. And you could just be, I'll go back to the fact that I wanted to use the word dilly-dally earlier. Now, the energy that was controlling you probably thought you were just dilly-dallying, but you're actually being called to dilly-dally, because this is how you find your purpose. If you don't run towards your happiness, literally what are you doing? Because there's no reason to do anything else. What is there to do in life? Literally, look, like, you go outside and there's Mother Earth, and like, let's talk bare minimum here, and there's abundance here. This isn't a situation you're going to be in. But imagine you're having all these beautiful, amazing dreams, and you're like, wow, someday, potentially, maybe someday, if I just do everything that somebody else is telling me to do, maybe someday I'll be able to stand up and not do that anymore. And then you wake up from this dream and you're like, that's it. I can't anymore. I can't. I wanted to fall over this Three of Cups. This community will not ever make you feel like you're not good enough, that you're about to step into. And it's going to happen really fast. And it will happen through something either spiritual or creative with this Wands energy. And we do have sacral energy coming out here too. So water, emotions. You're being called to just do what makes you happy and nothing more, nothing less. And speak your truth like you have been, but even louder. Speak louder. Speak up. Scream. Literally, scream your truth. And don't give a crap. Don't give a crap, because, look, there's so much life out there to live. And say you do go after your dreams. You just run full speed ahead. And guess what? Mother Earth, you know what she does? She grows grass. And she grows fruit and vegetables and beautiful harvest. And if you need food, she provides it for you. If you need air, it's right there. We're human beings. We know how to start fire. There's earth, there's air, there's water, there's fire, there's food. Look at the song 10 Laws by East Forest. I think that can also have some signs for you in there. And it's like, always know where there's a clean water resource. Always protect your feet. Always see the dangers first. And some other things. It's like the 10 laws of just coexisting and with nature, with life. And you're learning how to do this. And it's not that you don't know. It's that you've been spending all your time telling everybody else what it is that you know. And yeah, you've been applying it for yourself, but you've been so just exhausted. Working so hard to do what other people... You're helping other people achieve their dreams. Working so hard. If you really looked back, Group 2, and you saw how much you did for others, and you compared that to the energy you've put into yourself, it might actually make you quite sad. And I think that that is what is propelling this as well. You really deserve everything you've ever wanted and so much more. And you have energy. You have energy to use. It's been sent to you, but as soon as I said that, I just felt this like heaviness from this card, this just like exhaustion, this tiredness. If you need to take a day off, a week, a month, and just sleep, or go play, or just tell everyone to go fuck right off, you are encouraged to do that. See, as soon as I said tell everyone to fuck right off, this card got lighter, and I felt like a pain in my left breast. I don't know if that was too much, but ow, yeah. On your receiving side of your heart chakra, you haven't been receiving the love that you've been giving, and what you have been told is love isn't that, but you know that, and you know it's out there, and because it's what you give. It's like, you know that you're worthy of receiving what you give, and then everything around you, all the people around you currently, this controlling energy has been telling you, oh, love doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. You can't get that, but you know that you can. You know why? Because you give it. So you know the energy's out there because it is you. It is inherently you. It's inherently within you. You spend all of your time and energy dishing it out. So now you're finally just pouring it back into yourself. And as you do this, you're starting to learn what it feels like to receive. And because you're learning how to because you're realizing how to receive and how to give to yourself, you're seeing who around you is taking instead of receiving, and they're just taking and taking and taking, and then they come back for more because it's addictive, because love is addictive, and it's not hard to come by. It's just so many people are hurt, but you're not carrying anybody's burdens anymore. You're dropping them. And you're finally finding this freedom through the light. It's like one day you woke up and you just decided to step towards the light and say, I don't want to be miserable and alone. Who cares if I'm sitting on a bag? Fuck everybody and everything. You just cut everybody out. Holy moly. And I'm not going to pretend there's not an occult vibe here. There absolutely is. People could see this and they could know this and they could be afraid of this. Maybe you do practice alchemy, or you practice witchcraft or manifestation or meditation or yoga or something like this. And whatever it is, this is who you are. And there's a reason that you are who you are. There's a reason you feel this way about these things. And it's because it's your path. I recommend you to look at your north node placement in your chart, your south node placement, but primarily also your Chiron. Your Chiron, ooh, maybe it has to do with, it could have to do with Aries energy or Scorpio energy or something that has to do with the occult. I would take a look at that for sure, yeah, because you fell on top of the 8 and the 4 in reverse. So this could be, 4 in reverse, that would tell me 8. It kind of looks like a fucked up little 6 here. So 6, 6. Okay, unconditional love. Love. Something about love. You've been spoon-fed the fact that love is the devil. But it's not. You are love. Life is love. Everything is love. You're such a grateful person, and I think that's the only source of energy you've even allowed yourself to utilize. You got this far off gratitude, and that makes you a master of the physical and spiritual, mental, emotional realms. Because you've mastered this gratitude, you're finally starting to be grateful for yourself. And yeah, you've shown other people how to use it, but you can lead a horse to water, you cannot make it drink. And yeah, you've helped so many people stand up and stand into this energy. Certainly, your entire life. Probably more than you realize. And look at this Metatron's cube. Metatron's cube could be significant. You could be connecting with all of the angels at this time. You could be practicing Reiki, healing energy. Or you could just be really seeing the synchronicities and the connectivity between everything right now. And look at this butterfly pose, opening up his hips. You could be stretching your hips or feeling called to stretch your hips a little bit more too. Look, it's just wide open. They're wide open. That's beautiful. And that also indicates a relaxed psoas muscle. Your psoas muscle is what holds your soul. It's what holds your blueprint of your spirit with all of your incarnations. You'll notice if you feel really tight around your hip flexors and your little psoas muscle behind this, you're holding on to things in your soul, in your cellular level. And we do hold things in our body, and they'll pop up in random places, but the first place, mine just twitched when I said that, but the first place that you'll feel it will be in your hips. So if you're feeling something in your hips that it's tight, you know that it goes deeper than the physical body or the mental or even emotional body. It's something that's affecting your spirit, your soul. And that's why it's encouraged for you to lay on your back, and that's why we lay in Savasana for at least 10 minutes after yoga too, because laying flat on your back, entirely relaxed, is the only position that you can relax your psoas muscle in. Did you know that? Maybe you did. I don't know. I don't want to assume. But look, and now that I said that, I'm seeing this wheat behind him. And this looks like somebody that I know that's a Capricorn. So that lets me know that you're a really hard worker. And there is abundance. It's behind you and it's on the receiving side. Which means that you have your back turned to it right now. You're so busy manifesting, so busy working, creating this portal, using all of your resources, all of your tools to create something so beautiful. And there is abundance here. There is abundance here. You have to grab it. And you're learning how. And in order to do this, they want me to put this card down. In order to do this, you have to stop staring at it. I'm hearing a watched pot never boils. And if you stare at a plant, it's going to seem like it's not growing. But sometimes you have to just throw a line out. I don't fish. I don't really, that doesn't, to me, that's not Yama, but, I respect whatever. That's not relevant. So it's like, okay, you're throwing noodles at the wall. You're throwing cooked noodles at the wall and you're seeing what sticks, right? Sometimes they'll stick. Sometimes they'll fall off. Sometimes they'll stay and you know it works. Sometimes you throw a line out when you go fishing and it's not because you want to catch a fish. It's because you want to sit there and enjoy being on the water and doing something. And then if you catch a fish, it's not going to happen on the first throw and it's not going to take 2 seconds unless you're like a pro and use your intuition really well. And I don't know. Also, as I said that, I saw somebody like, because when you catch a fish and the hook, they say like it's good if it like goes through its lip and its eye. So it could be that you've been seeing that people have been trying to take your sight away from you. They've been trying to take your psychic vision. They've been trying to manipulate what it is you see, how you see the world, how you speak your truth, the words that you say to others. I have a feeling that there's a truth with this Queen of Swords and these two people looking at each other. There is some kind of truth that is just way, way overdue that needs to be spoken. And instead of using your voice, you've just been staring, like these two energies just silent, staring at each other. Now also, it looks like he's giving Reiki here. So you're definitely sending love out there to the world, and you're starting to send it to yourself. You could literally be practicing Reiki because it is mentioned actually quite a few times in these cards, a little more than usually is. Here, through Seven of Pentacles, here on the Magician card, and a little bit here on the Fool. I do have some free Reiki sessions on my YouTube channel. I have quite a few, so please utilize them. They are, it is me, my angel spirits, guides, my entire Reiki lineage, not my ancestors. I love them. Some of them were Reiki practitioners, but I do set a vibrational foundation. Only here and higher of a vibration may come through. You might have needed to hear that for your own energy work. Lock the door to energies below a certain vibration, and you'll see them leave your life. You'll wake up the next day and somebody just won't be your friend anymore, or a truth will be revealed to you, or maybe something in your life will be shaken up. This can be step number 1 towards reality shifting. Now, whatever this is, that you are going towards. Please continue to go for it. Make love to your life. Make love to your life. Find the pleasure, find the joy. Do not compromise your morals. Whatever it is that you're learning, you know that, okay, 33, thank you, guides. You're a master of your craft. You have mastered something. Now, 11 came up at the beginning of your reading. 11 is realization. 22 is activation. 33 is mastery. And I saw 31:44 on the recording time. 44 is ascension, and it's teaching. So, and guiding. You're a master of whatever it is that you're doing. And you know this, and you know that you've outgrown so many of these energies, and it's not a secret, you already know. Now, I literally didn't pull any of these, so I'm going to do this quite quickly for you because this reading is long. But it's totally worth it, and I will do an extended for this. I'm going to literally look at who, what, when, where, why, and how. You have earned success. Fuck yeah, you do. Make your own path. Not an accident. Synchronicity. These cards are just like... these cards are pulling my leg right now. Earn success. Make your own path. Not an accident. Synchronicity. And fully integrated. You are so in tune with your higher self. Like so in tune. You're so in tune with Source. Your higher self, it's not even funny. And you have divine protection at the bottom of the deck. Oh my god, you know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. And that bothers them. Who cares who it bothers? Literally, who cares who it bothers? You have earned your success, and you're making your own path. You're forging it. No. But you weren't put through these trials and tribulations on accident either. That's the thing, is because you're strong enough to go through what you've been through. You know you're strong enough to go through anything. I'm looking at a pine cone right now. And in a pine cone, it looks like one thing, and it looks kind of prickly, and it looks kind of like, oh, maybe you shouldn't pick it up. But did you know that they change shapes? Did you also know that there's like a trillion little seeds inside of a pine cone? There's a lot of abundance that's coming for you, and your ability to just be flexible and go with the flow is your superpower. Oh, sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. You know you can count on you. And you do have the love. Aw, Hadarian energy, codependency boundaries. You're setting up your boundaries. And this Hadarian energy is actually reminding me of this Venus energy here. So you might want to check out the Hadarians. You might also want to check out the Hathors. Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother. Slow down. Time in nature. Yeah, please take some time to go to nature. Go tell Mother Earth that you love her and that you're thankful for her, and go somewhere in nature and really see the abundance that's there, because that is here. And if you are inside some concrete walls all the time and you're just working your butt off sitting at a desk or something, or whatever it is that you do, you are not allowing yourself to see the true inherent abundance that is Mother Earth. That's exactly why she's been going dry, but you know what? She's still kicking. And that could also be part of the reason you're here too. Whale and Orca elders. This is in your DNA. You got royalty, got loyalty inside your DNA group too. Frequency of sound, diving deep. Okay, you could be feeling called to do some sound healing, or this could be a synchronicity that's been coming up for you a lot. Maybe you are called to do some sound healing for others, for yourself, or to just learn more about it. Different notes, different octaves of those notes, and different chord progressions. In particular octaves, mind you, not just like, it won't just be like D, it'll be like D3, like the third octave of D, or a D like third progression. So know that you can use this to balance your chakras, to balance your energy, and to manifest. So take a look at the music. Also pay attention to the music that you're singing, because our words are prayers, and spend some time with water. I'm really hearing like whale song too, so maybe listening to whale songs could be soothing. There's a lot of water that's coming out here in the waterfall. I had a dream about Niagara Falls last night, so waterfalls could be significant in general. Yeah. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision and big picture thinking. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So One thing I feel called to mention, and this is kind of funky, but Pleiadians are so big and loving, and they send light and love to this entire realm literally all the time, and they send like the most light messages to like so many people, and people share them, people receive them, people ignore them, whatever. But did you know they also like fucking eat people as like a human? Like they fucking eat humans like as a ritual. Like they're the sweetest, most loving, kind, light beings ever, but I feel called to tell you that they're also like fucking scary. Like, but it's out of love. It's when they do this, when they're like, I will destroy I don't know why I just said that. When they do this, it's because they're manifesting something big, and what they're manifesting is a new earth. And that's what you're doing. You're manifesting a new life, and you're starting to see things from an external perspective. Not just earth, not just water, but like life, love, the cosmos, everything. You're cracking open to love, to gratitude. And maybe you feel called, like with all of your humanitarian energy you've just been giving to takers, you are pouring this into yourself, and it will overflow onto the earth, onto the collective, onto something bigger. So if you're really into like Mother Nature or foraging or like saving the earth and helping feed people and like revitalizing the earth and its abundance, like this is not an accident. You are passionate about these things for a reason. Keep holding the vision and using your big picture thinking. And if you are trying to heal an energy with your mother, go spend time with her. Not your blood mother, the earth. And if you are trying to heal energy with your father, go spend time with him. Not your blood father, the sky. I felt really called to share that with you. Set your boundaries. Don't allow people to be codependent on you and then flip the script and say that you were the problem, because you weren't. You were just giving and giving and giving, and it's time that you give to yourself, and you're realizing this. You're surrendering to your own self, to your own pleasure, and it's okay to feel good. You're supposed to do things that make you feel good. I love you so much, Group 2. I'm about to dive this into the extended. We're going to take a look. Literally, I'm going to ask who, I'm going to ask what, when, where, why, and how, and then see if there are any extra channeled messages. That'll be up on Patreon. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I appreciate you, and you're such a beautiful, beautiful being, and I just want to tell you that I'm proud of you, as I feel like you don't get that enough. I see what you're doing. I see who you are. Your energy is so needed and necessary here. You're such a freaking warrior, and you're so beautiful, and I'm so proud of you, and you're amazing, and you are so loved, and fuck them who needs them. You don't have to ever do anything that anyone else ever says. Even if you change your mind tomorrow, who gives a shit? That is what your intention was. That is part of the divine plan, and you can do whatever the heck you want. I love you so much, Group 2. I will see you in the extended. Thank you again for being here, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this realm, and I can't wait to see where you end up. Please, please, please let me know what's going on in the comments. I would love to see what it is that you do that just makes your soul soar. Oh my gosh, I love you. Namaste. Hi there, group number 3. If you selected the third pile, then this is your reading. This is a message from your spirit guides, and we're going to be taking a look at your situation, clarity, and advice. So first, we are taking a look at your card you pulled. You got the blue flame, which says spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. So this means that you're opening up a new chapter of life, and this looks like your higher self is walking through a door here. Perhaps you are stepping into a higher vibration, a new version of yourself. And blue healing light does resonate with Archangel Michael, so he could be with you at this time. Spontaneous awakening means that probably a lot of things are hitting you like a ton of bricks right now, or you just woke up one day maybe in a different timeline, a higher vibration, or with a lot more clarity on a particular situation. Activation does go with number 22, which does indicate grounding of past realizations that you've had. So first you gain clarity on a situation, now you're stepping into the activation of that realization, and then from there you will work on mastering it. It is integration time, so that means it is time to apply the lessons that you've recently been learning. So you have full clarity on something, and it's time for you to now act on it. So, my beautiful group 3, let's see how you're doing today. Take a look at your situation, clarity, and advice from your spirit guides. Group 3 spirit guides, thank you. Oh, holy moly. That was just everywhere. It's like, you know that the wheel was going to come out, right? You already knew that. You already knew that. A 5 of Cups. But it was like flopping all over the place. It was like, you knew you were going to get it, but it just didn't, you were having a hard time looking it right in the face. You've kind of been feeling like at a loss in a particular situation for a while, and you got the clarity and you're like, okay, learn my karmic lesson, I walked through this, I know what's going on, I'm here for myself and I'm here for other people, we balance it. And temperance, you've been so patient and you know that you're guided to do a particular thing, you know you have clarity where you need it, and you are being nicer to yourself and your brain. This is really like this is death and rebirth, girl, boy, Z. Okay, actually okay, messages on messages on messages, blessings on blessings on blessings. Okay, group 3. So you are entering a new period of life. Brandy, please stop. Thank you. You're entering a new period of life where you are starting to realize that life is what you make it. So let's make it rock. Yeah. So Jupiter energy is coming through really strongly with you're learning your higher lessons and you're starting to feel free. Now, as you're learning these lessons and you're starting to step into your blessings, you're starting to notice that everything is quite cyclical. And not only is it cyclical, but things are actually going in your favor, even when it seems like they're not. Maybe there was a lesson you had to learn here in regards to rejection being protection, and a lot of inner child healing too. There are some things maybe you're holding on to for a while. With this card, usually victim mentality can come up. You're starting to just release that, and you're starting to notice people, places, and things that didn't resonate with you like they once did, or perhaps you're starting to see true colors maybe of people, maybe whether this is conscious or unconscious on their part, but you're starting to release energies that don't serve you with a little bit of morose energy. I'm not going to lie here, a bit of melancholy, but 5 of Cups is also crying over spilt milk. So you're kind of realizing that your luck, your fate is in your own hands, and that things really are what you make it, as within, so without, as above, so below. As you're gaining clarity, you're no longer in your head about particular things. You could be learning a lot, particularly at this time, since you have Sagittarius, which is Jupiter, and the wheel, which is Jupiter, and there's like math and Kabbalism and things like this popping out, astrology. Yeah, something wasn't as big of a situation, or wasn't as big of a deal as you once thought it was, but it really hurt your inner child. And you have 5 and 10, which indicates that this could have to do something with your father, or 14, something with your angels, something with your mother. This could be both of your parents, actually. Something about either ancestral karma, the way that you were raised, or just mental narratives that you were taught you're kind of breaking free from. And yeah, it can be uncomfortable at first, and sometimes you have to let things go, but ultimately, you're starting to learn that your fate is in your own hands. And with number 11, Aquarian energy, Uranus here, you are supposed to be, weird and full of friends and your own independent, quirky self. And if anyone or anything ever made you feel otherwise, then they simply do not belong in your life. And unfortunately, sometimes that means friends, it means family, it means your close loved ones. Sometimes it can be people that you really wanted to hold on to. And sometimes it's the people, sometimes it's the energy. But yeah, we do have, since Jupiter is coming out so much, it wouldn't surprise me if you were feeling inclined to move or travel in the near future. You could have been feeling stuck for quite a while, juggling both the light and dark aspects of yourself, trying to figure out what is what. Now, there's an energy here with everything being balanced and then having temperance after. It's like you have learned your lesson, and you've been patient. You've been so patient. I mean, your guides are so funny. They're saying, we've been patient with you to learn this lesson. Now you can be patient to get your reward. But it is coming, it is here, and it will be bigger than you expect. And it is coming sooner than you think too. There is definitely an energy of, okay. They're showing me that there are no pentacles here. This is fire, this is water, this is air. This is air, this is fire. Or space, fire space. However, there are no pentacles here. So you are activating, you are grounding these new realizations, and you still need to put some of the work in. This is like, I'm thinking of the modalities in astrology. There's cardinal, there's fixed, and there's mutable. So there's like cardinal energy. They are great at starting things. This is ruled by fire. There is fixed energy, which will stay. They can show up consistently. But then mutable energy, it's like it's flexible. It kind of changes, and because of that, it can close cycles out. But it seems like that's the energy you're having a hard time with, like closing cycles out. Maybe you've been watching movies recently. You haven't been finishing the end of them. You've been listening to songs. You skip them before you finish the song. Walking out on conversations, leaving people on red, ghosting, things like this. There's an energy of needing to finish what you started. And you have all the knowledge here. You have the knowledge and you have the practical application, and you could be seeing like the blueprint of parts of your childhood overlaying over where you are right now. And it's important that you tune into this because it will show you parts of you that you can tap into to help you finish things. Whether this is completing a project, completing a thought process, completing a movie, this is going to essentially turn into completing the cycle and achieving your goal. Now, if there are some memories that are popping up and you're noticing that the vibration is the same as what you're going through right now, or you're able to feel the success energy, the happy energy, or whatever this was, the resolution of this energy, try to tap into that and see really what was going on there. See the way that you were feeling, the way that you were thinking, and the things that caused those changes. Now, we don't want to resonate too much on the past or dwell too much on the past. So also tune into your future self and try to think about your visions, your aspirations, and your goals, and try to also backtrack from there as well, just vibrationally. Ask your future self to help you out too. But I say this more hesitantly than with your past, because your past is solidified in your current vibration, in your current being, your current vessel, but your future is subject to change at all times. You still have to complete this energy, and your guides want me to let you know that there are big blessings coming your way now that you've learned this lesson. You've absolutely earned your blessing and the light at the end of this tunnel. However, you still have more work to put in, and if you just expect it to happen instead of doing the work, then it's not going to come to fruition. And it will, it's supposed to. This is divinely guided, and it's not that it's not going to show up, it's just that timing is a big thing here with Justice and Temperance. They're starting to lose their patience with you, and you're starting to lose your patience, therefore they're starting to lose their patience. But if you have patience with yourself, then everything will work out perfectly. This is like a little kid walking into a candy store, and he's so excited to get into the candy store that he trips and falls because he knows he's going to get there. Or he knows he's going to go to the candy store all day, so he hangs out with his friends, and he never actually spends the time with his friends. He doesn't appreciate it. He doesn't live in the present moment and appreciate it and put the work in. And the wheel does indicate that, yes, there are a lot of blessings. There are a lot of things. It's like when you're playing a video game and there are all the little coins everywhere. You get to collect all the coins. This is the case. However, you need to let go of things in order for you to hold on to new ones. So as you are starting to sort things out in your mind, you're seeing the way that you can spiral sometimes. Sometimes you can spiral in a good way, and other times you can spiral in a bad way. But there's an emphasis on speaking your truth here, particularly in safe settings. It's really important that you continue to stay balanced and emphasize both the light and dark parts of yourself. Now, the true colors of the people around you are coming to light, but it's also important that you don't just peg people's negative sides as their true colors, or just their positive sides. They're really, light and dark are relative to each other, really, and because of this, there really is only a part of a whole, and a whole of which there are parts. Light and dark are, again, they're subjective and they're relative to each other. What is light to one may be darkness to another, and this is part of the conditioning that you're letting go of. I notice on the wheel card in the Temperance here, a lot, and we do have Justice, Libra, balancing of the scales, Libra energy, Venus. When it comes to your morals and values, they could be rearranging a little bit, or you could be re-exploring old energies. So it could be that there are things you've been conditioned to believe. I'm looking at the die on her, necklace here. So fuzzy dice could be like a sign for you. I saw 717 on the recording time. This could, okay, maybe there's a person or energy coming through of a guide of yours. Okay, but I'm noticing that this is a number 10 for the wheel, but this is 4 and this is 6. So that indicates that you are finding stability in your day-to-day life. So this could have to do with your finances. This could have to do with your home life, your mother, your pets, exercise routine, daily routine, work, daily tasks, things like this. Oh. Yes. Queen of Pentacles. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Oh. Honey, you want to be at the end of the race so bad, and you are working so hard for it. I can see that you're sitting on your throne and you're pretty happy where you're at, and it wasn't easy for you to get there. There's a little bit of anxiety still popping up here in your cards, I'm not gonna lie. With the Magician coming on Justice, I'm sorry, Chad, my little lizard is climbing around. He's running around my house. You have the Magician under Justice, which means that you are learning to apply, yeah, absolutely, you're learning to apply everything that you've learned so far, and you're noticing that everything is equal. What you put out is what you get back in. And now that you're opening up your giving energy, or you're opening up your receiving energy, and you are applying with your giving energy, it's like you're giving, but you're giving to the right place. You're not diminishing your giving energy in order to start receiving. You are actually still giving, but you're changing the direction or the basket in which you are putting your eggs into, so to speak. With the Knight of Pentacles, there's an energy of needing to wait a little bit longer. Maybe you want instant gratification in a particular situation, but you're realizing, your spirit guides want you to know that you have planted a lot of seeds and they will all come to fruition, but it will all come in due time. But you will You will be taken care of. You will be provided for. Everything that you need, you are blessed. And everything that you need will be provided for you. So do not worry about your abundance. It's important that you maintain an abundant mindset at this time, but you also continue working through this abundant mindset. Like work and live through abundance. Both at the same time will help. If there are investments that you have made in the recent future, or there are some that you are planning on, they're saying now is not yet the time, but they will be fruitful. So you're making this tactical plan for a particular reason, but there's slow moving energy, stressed, and the stress is causing quick action. And after this quick action, you're pulling the brakes a little bit more, seeing things from a higher perspective, and then it's slow and steady again. So they really want to call this to your attention, the balancing out of the speed of which you're doing things. You could be expending a lot of energy and then receiving really slowly. And then you're receiving a lot and then you're giving really slowly. So try to look at the speed of things in your life. This will be really helpful for you. Yeah. So, to look at your clarity, we're going to use my Follow Your Heart Oracle. You can get this in my Etsy shop, and the link is in the description box. Thank you for being here again, Group 3. I'm very grateful for you. And with the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. The blue higher self here reminds me of, Archangel Michael, also like Arcturian energy, Pleiadian energy, higher self, a little bit of Lyra coming out too, so that could be significant for you. Take it or leave it. Okay. Removal of obstacles. Beautiful. Absolutely. But okay, with your heart space and your solar plexus. So when it comes to your sense of self, giving and receiving the heart chakra, listening to animal guides. Okay. So, which is the elephant, removal of obstacles. So elephants could be a significant sign for you here. Sorry, a bunch of these just fell into my lap. Psychometry and clair abilities. And then Archangel's numerology wanted to come out as well. Difference in vibration. Okay. You are raising your vibration. But as you are going through this cycle for the last time, you've learned the lesson of this karmic cycle. Karma can be good or bad. It's neither nor. It's merely it's like when you put money in the bank. When you put something in the bank and then you have it there and you can spend it, it can be good, it can be bad. That's karma essentially. So the obstacles are being removed, and you are needing to remove them yourself. You've learned the lesson and you've learned exactly what to do, but you're being called to tune into your instinctual nature, very literally your human nature here, in order to make sure that you are getting all that you need, that you are using your thinking brain as a defense mechanism, but not as a source of anxiety. With difference in vibration coming out at the bottom of the deck, this is telling me that you are changing the vibration. You're elevating and ascending your heart chakra. You are clearing out some old energies that were stuck in there. Maybe you didn't realize were still in there. This could have to do with feeling different from everybody else. I'm hearing good vibrations. So Beach Boys could be significant, just the beach. That's psychometry and clair abilities. Talking about feeling different from other people, you could definitely be experiencing a heart awakening when it comes to self-love. You're realizing that your weirdness is what makes you unique, and you are able to see things clearly. You could have psychometry, which is where you pick up messages through your hands. For example, sometimes I will put my hand on the card and I'll say, what does Knight of Pentacles want to say? It says, you're working very hard and your guides see that you've been doing this alone, and I'm receiving this message through my hand by touching the card. Also, if I were to pick up an heirloom or an antique or something that belonged to one of my ancestors, or pick up a crystal, I would be able to pick up these messages, these vibrations through my hands. Now, you're really noticing people, places, things, situations leaving your life. And you've likely been doing a lot of this work alone. Whatever work is for you, this can be vibrational work, this can be your job, this can be just living your life. There's a lot. All of these cards have only one person on them, which is a lot. That's saying a lot. You spent a lot of time in hermit mode here, really working on yourself, trying to find freedom through loneliness. And I don't even know if you put yourself in this position. It might have been imposed upon you. You could have been a person that's always been alone, like your whole life, pretty much. You've been working on your physical abundance, and there is luck here in whatever project you're working on, but you're a little bit sad about the fact that you've been alone, and you've needed to remove that. You've needed to be comfortable on your own in order to realize that when you stand in your power and you tap into your ancestors, your angels, your guides, you're really never alone. Everything has a consciousness, and everything provides love. Everything gives and receives, and energy, it matches. You know, it doesn't always match instantaneously, as Temperance and Knight of Pentacles are saying here, but it does match. So you could be really nice to someone and they could be really rude to you back, but at the end of the day, you will get kindness in return. Maybe from that person, maybe not from that person. Maybe 10 years down the line, maybe instantaneously. It really is just relative. Listening to animal guides. If you've been spending a lot of time with animals lately, my lizard actually was getting a commotion after his big long nap today. So there's definitely an energy of listening to your animals, seeing what it is they have to say to you and the way that they're feeling can help you to tune into a different vibration. Also, it can help you really just tune into your own authentic self, because we do have so many abilities as a human creature that we are almost taught to numb, taught to dull as we age, because it doesn't fit society. And the entire point of being a human individual is our individuality and our collective consciousness, because we are all refractions of light, and because of this we're all connected, so we can all tap into that light and we can all get any information that we want, which is why your angel spirits and guides have been having you be alone, so that you can tap into your higher self, change your own vibration, and then magnetize that which you deserve. But you do have to still work for it in the physical realms. You could be great at manifesting. You do have the Magician card here under Justice, so you already know that you already know that what you want is yours. It has to be. That's the way that it works. But on the left side here, you do have some dark energy with the green, and that's actually quite natural. Darkness does belong on the left side. That is feminine. Feminine is inherently dark. But I felt weird saying that. I don't know why I felt weird saying that. I felt like a weird clump in my throat chakra on the receiving side. So maybe you don't like hearing things that are negative, or maybe you don't like feeling negative, or you don't like expressing negativity towards yourself or something. There's an energy here about knowing what you deserve, demanding it, and working for it. But not just working for it. It's like, don't work for less than you deserve. Don't work for less than you deserve. And know that you are worthy of receiving everything that you want. And that it's not bad. It's not bad to manifest things. It's not bad to want things. It's not bad to open yourself up to the possibilities of manifestation. Everything exists as a tool for you to use in this realm. Should it be karmically and vibrationally aligned with you, and you might still be trying to manifest some things that are maybe not in your highest interest anymore, because you've already ascended that part of your being. You've already ascended part of your heart chakra here. It seems that you are going through a lot right now, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, perhaps physically too, but the highest thing that's coming up is your spirit. Your spirit is awakening more. You are activating a lot, and this can bring up some old things from the past, because we hold our soul's truth in our mind, our body, our spirit. We hold our physical pain, like when we're stressed, and we hold it up in our shoulders, or if there's something from our past life, we'll hold it in our hips, or if we're cranky one day, we'll feel it in our thoughts. Everything is one system. And by listening to the animals around you, tuning into your own vibration, and using your gifts, you will be able to navigate this. These obstacles are being removed, and I can see that you're working on this, but there is an energy where you keep getting stuck. And this, I'm hearing this isn't a blockage. You've already learned the lesson. It's just time to implement it. And this has to do with having a little bit more patience. This is sticking it out. This is sticking it out at the last 5 minutes of the movie when you know it's going to end. This is putting in that little last bit of work, putting the last touches on it, doing the last final edit of that draft before you hit send. This is not leaving good enough alone, and also not moving from perfectionist energy. This is balancing between Pisces and Virgo, specifically. Beautiful. So taking a look at the numbers here, we have 10. We have 10, 9, we have another 10, 10, 10. You're mirroring an energy, but there's a light side and a dark side, and it's like you're mirroring, but there are two ways to mirror. There's like if you're both going like this, or if you're both going like this, and you meet in the center. And what's happening is meeting in the center, because we have Jupiter with the wheel here, and we have 5, 5, 10 with both the anxiety cards here, crying with the like kind of melancholy Hill by the Gorillas. Could have some messages for you in there. or it's just a good song, because it is. And Five of Swords, also anxiety, overthinking, thinking, this is like the shoulda, woulda, coulda card. But you know what? Everything is perfect exactly the way that it is. Sometimes you just need to let go and be yourself. And you do need to show up a little bit more. You do need to put in just a little bit more work. And it's not that you haven't been doing enough, because you absolutely have been doing enough. You've been doing more than enough. But they want me to say, okay, what? You've been doing more than enough, but you've been prioritizing things differently than is in your best interest. And you're realizing this. You need to put yourself first even a little bit more. And with the Wheel and the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles here, you're probably thinking you've been probably cutting a lot of things out of your life recently. You've probably been putting yourself first, and you might feel quite selfish. You could have had people-pleasing tendencies, and now you're starting to realize that it really doesn't matter. When you close your eyes, when you close your eyes, you're never really alone. But you could also be in a room full of a million people and still be entirely alone. So it really doesn't matter. Everything is subjective. Everything is relative to your own experience, and so it's okay to be a little bit more selfish. It's okay to receive. It's okay to feel that pleasure, and it's okay to take some time for yourself. There's an energy here of you both need to put in more work, and you also need to have more rest at the same time. So if you can rest more, it will help you get that little extra bit done. And don't try to exasperate yourself or burn yourself out or stress yourself out trying to make things happen when you already know the way things are going to turn out. You have these gifts, you have these abilities, you are able to see this, and you're supposed to use it as motivation, not as a definitive thing. These are possibilities. When you are able to see things, like when you get premonitions, these are showing you possible timelines. This does not mean that everything is going to happen. Everything is subject to change, and I suggest you look into the butterfly effect as well. I can tell here that you are a master manifester. I can tell here that you are very good at manifesting things, and your manifestations actually could be coming in quite quickly at this time, and the fact that you are so confident in yourself is only drawing them in closer. But I also feel called to let you know, specifically according to Alan Watts, our thoughts, blue speech, our thoughts are electric, and our heart is magnetic. So, whatever it is that we think is exactly what we attract, as within, so without, as above, so below. So, make sure that you're resting and taking care of yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally, because I can see how much work you're doing in the spiritual realms. It's a lot. It really is a lot. When I was shuffling this deck, I saw, there's difference in vibration. Fully integrated. Look, we had integration time. Boom. But actually what I saw earlier was a dark night of the soul. Yeah, we have rooted in gratitude, which is the magnetization of the heart center. Soul recognition. Yeah, so you already know what's meant for you. You know what's going on. You know exactly where you're going, and that almost makes it harder. It makes it harder and easier to walk the path. It's like if you're hiking and you really want to get to the summit, but you know exactly what the summit looks like, so you're like, well, why do I even want to go? But are you going to turn around and just climb back down the mountain, or are you going to make it up there and enjoy the view? You have the opportunity to finish climbing, and it's the last leg of the trip that's always the hardest. It really is. Okay, they just said don't shuffle, and I started shuffling this, so I'm going to kind of unshuffle. Okay. All right. They're like, why are you shuffling? I just told you not to shuffle. Okay. I'm sorry. They said split it into 4 and then pull the top one because we have to baby you right now. So, okay. Thank you, your guides. Your guides are like, wow, you must be really tired. Or just doing a lot. They're really, really coming through to be like point blank period. Do this, do that, do this, do that. You have like a play-by-play of what you need to do. The void, perspective. Oh, holy moly, earthed in the world but not of it. That could be where you're getting your manifestation skills from, group 3. The cosmic heart. Aww. Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air. Yeah, I saw baby steps while I was putting this down, and I remember. So, definitely, you are able to see some of the blueprints of this energy that you've walked through before, either in past lives or in your childhood, your younger years. Jupiter was coming out a lot, so you could check out maybe about 12 years ago. You would have been probably experiencing the same energy. I got a knock, which is a confirmation for me. So think about 12 years ago right now. Think about the energy you were walking through. It was likely resonating quite similarly to where you're at now. Of course, you've learned some lessons. You've grown since then, but Jupiter would have been in about the same aspect to your chart. So while there are other things that are different, the way that your luck is expanding, the things that are expanding are going to be different. And this energy is really important for you to look into and also to utilize to your best interest. There's a way that this can go really well and a way that this can go really bad. So this is kind of a hit or miss kind of energy. We have the void and we have perspective. Now, it's almost interesting because these cards, it looks like they kind of go together, right? It looks like you are right here, and if you look to your left, there's the void, there's nothingness. And if you look to your right, there's all of Earth. It's like you have the world at your feet or absolutely nothing. And this could be part of the obstacle. This could be part of this anxiety that's stressing you out. You know that if you do things correctly, if you follow this, you have a play-by-play, and you need to have that faith that you can trust your intuition and show up and have faith in yourself. I said I'd never let you go, and I never did. But you're saying this to yourself. I said I'd never let you fall, and I always meant it. So stop, embrace the winter, great cosmic womb, and none of this matters. Zoom out and find the common ground. So this is all about being comfortable in knowing that you don't know, and in knowing that you know as well. This is all about knowing that when you have 1 foot here and 1 foot here, and it's time to step into the next space, you can do it. Knowing that you've learned the lesson and you have that strength to just take that one big step, you can absolutely do it. Now, winter, you might want to think about cooling your energy down a bit. I'm feeling from this energy like a how do I say this? Like a cold sweat almost. So make sure you're getting your rest and you're nourishing your body and you're drinking your water. Put your physical comfort first and foremost. Embrace the cold and know that with Great Cosmic Womb here, your energy is very fertile right now, and this came on top of the wheel. So luck is in your favor. It really, really is, but you have to use it. You have to utilize it. With perspective, nothing else matters, and that's true. So true. But don't allow that to be what holds you back either. Allow that to be your motivating force, not what holds you back. And Earth, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. I feel like that's extraordinarily self-explanatory, but ground yourself a little bit more. Do some grounding rituals. Go outside, walk around barefoot. Eat some rice, go camping, things like this. Talk to Mother Earth. Learning how to be human. Yeah, this energy does certainly remind me of some beings that are out there, different collective consciousnesses. So you could be tapping into that at this time, or it could be helping you. It could also be, you could be getting your information from a higher source, from a higher collective consciousness, from higher realms. You could also be having a hard time grounding this energy because it's a lot. That's why it's so important for you to strengthen your vessel and keep a clear channel. That way you can take the energy from a higher vibration and ground it immediately so that it's utilizable for you. Because when things get stuck in your mind, then it has a harder time coming down to your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, your root, the chakras. Look at it like a channel. The more you do your energy work, you do your yoga, you do your practice, you take care of your body, the easier it will be for you to take this information and apply it. So, in the world but not of it. Yeah, you're probably feeling like a little bit of a loner right now, a little bit of a slow poke when it comes to different areas of your life, but know that this is for a reason. Whatever this is that you're working on, this is your superpower. And with Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Was I just talking about yoga and we got the Bhakti card? Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Enjoy the process. Enjoy what you're doing. And within the world but not of it, if you resonate with the term starseed, enjoy being here. It can be painful and weird and uncomfortable and make absolutely way too much and absolutely no sense at sometimes. And that's the beauty of it. The beauty of it is that it is a clusterfuck. Enjoy it. Enjoy being ostracized from your own collective consciousness. I know that sounds crazy and it's probably all you want to experience right now, and that's exactly the paradox of this realm, this world. So know that you are very, very strong. You have a lot of energy and you have a lot of information. There are peonies on this card, so that could be significant too. That also has to do with heart healing, as well as tapping into your inner child and maternal energy. We have womb and the peonies coming out with heart, so this could be I went 1414 Cancerian energy, so something to do with your mother could be significant here. You could really want to be a mother. You could be trying to conceive. You could also be feeling like you have to mother people around you. You could be having little blurps in your relationship with your mother. Whatever this is, know that right now, Earth is your mother. And know that right now, everything that you touch is fertile. So be extra conscious. Put that love into your body, and you will see greater success than you normally do. Jupiter is aspecting you right now in a positive way. If you put a little bit of extra nurturing, okay, this is all about tending your garden. This is all about putting those little extra bits and pieces of love in everything. Oh my gosh, that car alarm. It's like, yes, girl, you're on the point. Yes. So, that little extra bit of love, give it to yourself and put it in your projects right now. It's not harder work. It's not stricter work. It's not forcing yourself more. It's taking your time and enjoying the ride and putting that little extra garnish on everything. It's stopping to smell the roses and then putting a little rose petal on in your envelope before you fold it up and send it. Or yeah, it's really just putting that little extra tiny little piece of love into the things that you do right now. That will make all the difference. You don't need to do anything different. You're doing everything correctly and you're following the blueprint that they gave you. But what's missing now, it's not the tangibility. It's not even the work. It's the you. It's the you. It's your energy. I love you so much, Group 3. This is so beautiful. I'm going to take a look at your extended reading now. This will be on Patreon, and I'll have the link listed below. Now, we're going to take a look at who is guiding you, as well as who's coming into your life, if anyone. We're going to see what is going on, a little more detail as what you can expect. We're going to see when you can expect these blessings to come in, likely once you've released a time frame on it, but we'll take another look, see if we can get something a little more tangible for you, like a little time frame. Again, butterfly effect, but we'll still look for it. We're going to see where, as far as where this is happening for you, which areas of life, and if there are any particular, just places that come up, things like this, and then why and how, which will also kind of see what lessons you're learning and how they're applying in your life and the way that you can apply them a little further. So thank you so much for being here. I'm really grateful for you. I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. Enjoy it. It doesn't seem like you're here very often, so smell the flowers. I love you. Namaste.